Hi there, it's Zootles. I just wanted to do a quick review of the GCW Zero that I've just received. As you might understand, I'm from the UK. Getting hold of one of these in the UK isn't too easy. I know that they sell them from the dragonbox.de website. I think that's in Germany. They didn't have any in stock when I wanted one of these, so I ended up getting it from ithic.com in America. It ended up taking 14 days to get to me, and I think it cost around about 116 quid including shipping to get to me. But when it got here, I also had to pay an extra customs charge at the post office. That was an extra £26. So, you know, quite a lot of hoops to jump through just to get hold of one of these things. When I actually received this, it didn't have any of its proper hardware. Sorry, not hardware, firmware installed on it. It had a sort of a firmware hardware test suite on board. It was just a white screen with green letters, and it just confirmed that all the buttons and controls worked, but it didn't do anything else. Now, to get the thing actually working, I ended up going to the IRC channel for the GCW Zero. You can get to that from the GCW Zero website. In the support area, I believe it takes you through to the IRC channel. Lots of devs hang out on the IRC channel all the time, and they give you all the information that you need if you want to get one of these things reflashed with the proper firmware, which is what I ended up doing. I had to install Ubuntu Linux onto a DVD, and I ended up running that on my normal Windows 7 machine straight from the DVD, and basically I just followed the instructions that they give to you on the reflashing guide on the GCW website, and I ended up getting all of the proper firmware on here in the end. Now, if you want to know exactly what I did, I have written it up. You can find it on my website. If you just Google for Zootles Pantry, that's ZOOTLES, Zootles Pantry, and you'll find some stuff on there. Please don't ask me why it's called Zootles Pantry. It's ridiculous. Now, I guess you're just interested in the GCW Zero. You want to see what it can do. Okay, this is what happens when it comes to you. As you see, it comes like this. To turn it on, you slide this switch at the side. You see it's booting up Linux. Use your Linux boot up. So that's Dingux, which is a version of Linux. Loads very quickly. So that was from off, and already we're in here in the menu system. You just use left and right shoulder buttons here to scroll through the stuff. Let's be honest, the real reason you want to get this device is to do game hardware emulation. And it's to generally do old school 8-bit and 16-bit technology, such as Game Boy and SNES and MegaDrive or Genesis. But on here you see I've installed 5 emulators. Others are available. I just wanted to give you a quick heads up on how things look and the speed of emulation and stuff like that. So let's just go in and see some stuff. Oh Boy is the Game Boy emulator. I've put a bunch of ROMs on here already, so we can just go and see some of these games in action. This is R-Type. You can see here it's running full screen. There are lots of video options for trying to sort of emulate the old green screen of a Game Boy, or show it in its proper aspect ratio, but I like to fill the whole screen of the Zero, because as you can appreciate, it's quite a nice big screen. Backlit, you have full control over volume and display brightness just by holding the power button up and then using the D-pad. So to turn that annoying music down, it's as you can see, pressing down and holding the power switch has turned the sound down. I can see from the video that we're getting some weird cycling going on, that you don't actually see that weird cycling with the actual eyes. It's just an artifact of the video process. Now, I can turn the brightness up and down as well, just using left and right, dark to light. Okay, and let's see the emulation speed. Let's have some music. Okay. Okay, that sucks. I'm usually much better at R-Type than this. But for the video, let's just see again how fast this is running. And so you can see it's running pretty much full speed. Haven't detected any problems at all with the speed of running Game Boy stuff. And to be honest, I haven't run into any problems in any of the emulators I've been playing. And the most impressive emulator, I suppose, is the SNES emulator when it's running stuff like Star Fox or Star Wing, as it's also known. So let's just quit out. In all of these emulators, there's different ways of quitting out depending on which emulator it is. So in this one, you press the two shoulder buttons to get together at the same time. In some, you press select and start together at the same time. In one, you press Y to get out. It's different stuff. It's a bit annoying that you have to remember different stuff for different emulators, but it's still fantastic that we've got all these games running on this fantastic piece of hardware. Just so you know, there's another way to quit out of stuff. If something's crashed, for example, or if you just can't work out how to escape, you send a SIG-HUP signal by doing power up and pressing select at the same time, like this. Takes you back to the menu system. I'll just show you how well Star Wing runs. So let's just go in there. You see, when dealing with big lists of ROMs, it's a bit annoying, but you can use the up and left and right shoulder buttons to go up and down. Predictably, that's not actually doing it in this emulator, but in other ones it does. Oh well. Let's run Star Wing. As you can appreciate from my ugly mug turning up in the reflection here, this screen looks very reflecty. I've got to say, in real life, it does not look like that. It does not look as reflection addled as that is appearing on this video. It's actually a very bright screen, lovely colour, very deep black. I'm quite impressed with it. When it arrived, the screen didn't look so good. I realised quite quickly that there was 2 layers of sticky plastic over it. So even when I'd removed the first layer, there was actually another one underneath, and that was actually quite hard to find. I really had to scratch around in the corner of the LCD screen to find that there was another layer of plastic over it. Once that's gone, it just looks great. Anyway, so let's get in this Star Wing. Yep, so you can see it's running absolutely fine. No lag that I can detect. That's really impressive, I think. Let's get out of here. Again, exit Pocket SNES, there we go. The old Game Boy Advance games, well, a few things you can do. So Mario Kart. As you can see, it all loads quick, no waiting around, it's just absolutely rapid. Okay, I'm not going to just play Super Mario Kart at you, but it's running absolutely fine, as you can see. Sound effects is all good. Let's have a quick talk about the controls. We've got this analog nub down the bottom here. So we've got an analog controller. To be honest, I haven't really found any games that need it. So we're going to be relying on the usual D-pad and these 4 buttons here. This unit Okay, so this is April 2014. I thought I was getting a new unit, maybe it is, but I did encounter the sticky D-pad control problem that was raised, you know, as far as I know, about a year ago. So I don't know if this is an old unit or if indeed the latest units have sticky D-pad problems. But as it turns out, I was getting creaking noises, and I was also getting the up and down sticking. So you know, you hold it, you press down and it stays down. Now I've sorted this out. What I've done is I've sprayed silicone Teflon spray into all the nooks and crannies. And I've got some silicone grease that I bought off eBay, and I also just worked that into the side of the D-pad. I worked that into all the buttons as well, just to be sure. Wiped off all the excess. As you can see, it's not affected it too badly. You might notice that this thing, it picks up fingerprints and smudges like you wouldn't believe. Nothing you can do about that really. It's just black matte plastic really. You're just gonna have to get over it. But you know, as I say, the silicone grease all wipes off all right, and now you know it feels pretty smooth. Let's just exit out here. Sounds a bit sort of squidgy. Now I've worked all that silicone grease in there, but at least it feels smooth and it doesn't stick anymore. So as you can imagine, a few hoops to jump through. This is not your standard kind of domestic end user friendly device that you want to buy on a high street. Most people wouldn't be bothered with jumping through all of those hoops of installing Unix and flashing firmware and getting hold of the emulators and all the ROMs and stuff. But you know, if you're at all technically minded and you like old 8-bit games, you want to play those games as they should be played in the hand, using the proper controls. I can't really recommend it enough. It's absolutely fantastic. So thanks for watching. See you later.